Rise ye, ashen, tarnished, chosen undead, and welcome Souls fans, new and old, to the end of the beginning? Yes, end of the beginning. This is the video where we're going to complete our first run on our journey through Dark Souls Remastered and getting your Platinum trophy for you. So, if you have been following everything that we've been doing so far, you have 21 trophies, and where I had to end the last video due to timing, we were doing the Black Knight farm to get to at least 15 blue, 15 red, and 12 white. So as you can see, I need to do 2 more runs, and you also need to make sure that you have all 5 of the Black Knight items. So that is at least 1 Black Knight sword. You'll have plenty of these: Black Knight great swords, Black Knight great axe, Black Knight halberd, which we've made +5 as our weapon of choice for the rest of the game, and Black Knight shield. And then all we're doing is we're using the Hornet ring for increased critical hits. And as I was doing at the end of the last video, we just need to do 2 more Black Knight runs. I mentioned at the end of my last video, I'm intentionally not doing anything off video so that there is no chance whatsoever, even if it's something that I've shown you, this is all I'm doing. I don't want there ever to be a disconnect between what I'm doing, what you're seeing, what you're following. Why is it this one that I always seem to be too eager and parry too soon? You've hit me so many times, sir. And I also mentioned that what we're going to do as part of this farm is we're also getting to 100,000 souls. So we're also going to spend 1 soul of a great hero, and that's more than enough after this farm to do it. If you spend a soul of the great hero and for some reason, whatever reason, you have all the items you need, you've spent a soul of a great hero, or you don't have a soul of the great hero, and you're still not at 100,000, then just continue to do this farm. You get 10,000 each time you do it. Make sure you have that 100,000, and then you're going to definitely have enough for what you need to start ploughing through the weapon trophies. I don't think I mentioned in the last video, so we are roughly around 34 of the 52 items needed for the Nice on a trophy. If you look up online what they are, it wildly varies in what answers you get. The big one that I'm very grateful that you don't have to get, that a lot of people think you do, is the Avalon. So to get that item, you have to do a very precarious drop from a moving platform onto a very narrow landing point, and if in any way you fail, you die. And even if you land, you're then getting barraged by arrows, and you have to quickly try and open that chest, and again, you die. So good news, anyone who thinks you need the Avalon, you do not need the Avalon for the Knight's Honor trophy. Right. 1 more of these, and then we can do all of our weapon preps, and then just 1 more boss to fight, Gwyn, the Lord of Cinder. And then we will get our first ending. There are 2 endings in Dark Souls, both of which give you a trophy. So we obviously need to get both of those for the Platinum. Which is fine, because we need to do 2 1/3 runs anyway, because of boss souls needed to create boss weapons. You need 3 of Sif soul to create all of the weapon options, because there's 2 swords and 1 shield. Most others you only need 1 or 2, but Sif is the special one where you need 3. So yeah, so we're going to do a little detour to get the final ember. We need to get the Chaos Flame ember. We're then going to take advantage of the fact that we don't need to go back to the Daughter of Chaos after that, and we are going to let's go put her out of her misery. Yeah. We're going to abuse the fact that Firekeepers drop the Firekeeper soul when we kill them, is the sad truth. But that's going to get our Estus Flask to +6, ready for getting it to +7 right at the beginning, or very early on in our New Game Plus run. Estus being able to heal more with each drink, always a good thing. There we go, so thank you for your patience. That is my Black Knight farming complete. I've got all the 5 Black Knight rare items, 4 weapons, 1 shield, and double checking, 15 red, 12 white, and more than 15 blue. Lovely. With that done, also, just to show the specs, this is where we are, 79. We got, the last level was 2 to endurance to get it to 22. Right, and we need to get to 100,000 or more. So I'm going to spend 1 soul of a great hero. Which, I mean, if you've only spent the souls I have, you'll have what I have. Exactly, so there you go. We are going to equip the orange charred ring. The catalyst. Might as well take the weapon off. Put our gold hemmed set on for maximum fire resist. And attune hidden body. Because we do not want to be dealing with all of those tourist demons where we're going. Warp to the Daughter of Chaos. Rest. That is important, because we want to make sure we come back here to save time. And we're going to come out here. So yeah, make sure you've got a hidden body, otherwise you're going to make this a lot harder for yourself. Because, as you can see, there's more than 1 or 2 tourist demons there. And we don't want to fight any of them. And hidden body is how we're going to achieve that. So, come here. Once you get to this lip here, I like to equip hidden body and just stamina manage from here. So just make sure your stamina doesn't get to 0. Go into the lava. And with my hidden body on, you are now out of the aggro range for all of those tourist demons. I didn't stamina manage, but I did it where you needed to. No, we got 1 because I didn't stamina manage. There we go. Chaos Flame Ember. Homeward. Yes. Right, now we've done that. Re-equip our Black Knight Halberd +5. And if you have beaten Dark Knight Kirk the 3 times like I did, you will have his armor set available to you here. I'm going to treat this as, for whatever reason you had an issue and you couldn't do it, I will not pick it up. I strongly advise you pick it up. It's a nice midway armor set that you can upgrade. If we are using the Silver Knight gauntlets, the spiked ones are better. So just be mindful, pick that up. But I'm not going to, just in case I don't want to take it for granted and we get this far. And I mean, his spawn points are guaranteed. If you're in human form, it happens. But if you weren't in human form and you didn't want to backtrack to fight him, then you don't have to worry. I will not use something that you will not have access to. Right. That said, apologies for what I'm about to do. Firekeeper Soul. And he's going to go, what have you done? Ah! And, I mean, in his own very slow way, he's going to try and attack you, but obviously, you know, slow. So run here, and we're going to go to that other bonfire that was just outside. And we're going to warp to Chamber of the Princess. And we're going to head to good old Vamos, the giant blacksmith. Don't need a weapon for a bit. Okay, down we go. Obviously you're welcome to take the lift. I only take that path where you drop when the illusion of Anor Londo is broken, because I know there's no enemies between that and Vamos. So why not? Right, now we're here. Purchase. First of all, arrows. Get those up to 200 again, or thereabouts. Then, Titanite, normal Titanite, get 18. So that you have 18. If you have some already, buy up to 18. Do not buy 18 if you have some already. If you've got 2, get 16, so forth. But as you can see on the right, I have none, so I'm buying 18. Large Titanite, buy 18 of those as well. And while we're here, reinforce our 2 remaining longswords. You may have more, but it's only 2 that we need. We used 1 for the Great Sword of Artorias already. Get these 2 plus 5. Okay, that was your 18 regulars used. No, we're supposed to say yes to that. Warp back, and we're going to warp to the catacombs. Catacombs. We're going to say yes, and we're going to give the Chaos of Flame Ember. Yes. Right. we're now going to modify one of our longswords into one of our longsword plus 5s into a fire longsword. Reinforce fire longsword, so that you can see this uses green titanite shards. We've picked up enough along the way, so don't worry about that. And this, we're going to go into we're just going to upgrade this to its maximum, which should be 5. There we go. Now, modify fire longsword plus 5 into a fire longsword plus 6, and this will use red titanite chunks. Now we can reinforce again, reinforce from fire longsword plus 6, and we're going to get it to plus 10, which will max it out. So that will use chunks, 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 and then a slab to get to plus 10. And there is your 22nd trophy, the Fire Weapon Trophy. Now that we've done that, modify, and we're going to go to the undo at the end there. And from Fire Longsword plus 10, we're going to revert it back to a Fire Longsword plus 5. Sounds crazy, but there's method to the madness. Now, you're going to press left. Fire Longsword plus 5, you're going to convert into a Chaos Longsword. That will use red chunks again. And reinforce, Chaos Longsword, and you'll be able to get it to plus 4, and then you'll find that you do not have the necessary red titanite slab to make it plus 5. We're going to get that in our next playthrough, but we do not need to go back to this blacksmith. We do not need to pick up any of the fire embers because it's already been modified. All you have to do is reinforce, and you can do that at any of the blacksmiths, or if you've got the weapon toolbox, at any bonfire. So we've saved some time there. Right, that is fires done. Now walk to Undead Parish. And we're going to give him the very large ember. Yes. Once we've done that, we are going to reinforce our Divine Manserp Greatsword plus 7 to plus 10. So again, that's going to use white titanite chunks to get to plus 9, and then a white titanite slab to get to plus 10. And that's going to get you your 23rd trophy, Divine Weapon. While we're here, we're going to find our Occult Club, which also uses white chunks, and we're going to get that to plus 4. And now all we need there is the white titanite slab, same as the Chaos Weapon, all that jazz. We're going to get it in the next one. The white slab we get just outside the room to Nito. Right, while we're here, modify. We don't want plus 6, we want raw, there we go. So modify longsword plus 5 to raw longsword. There we go. Reinforce. And we're going to reinforce our raw longsword to plus 5. That one does not need any slabs, and that is your 24th. That is Raw Weapon Trophy. modify, go to undo, find your raw longsword +5, and modify it to a regular longsword +5. Now, where's our longbow at? Okay, longbow, go to your longbow +9, make it +10, modify, longbow +10 to longbow +11, and reinforce, find it again, and we're going to get it to +14. We use the longbow, so we might as well get it as good as we can. And the reason this is showing as available for me is I got a slab that I shouldn't have got. It dropped from a crystal lizard right back at the beginning, and it's never happened before. So do not panic. I'm not going to upgrade this here because you are not guaranteed to, because in theory you only have one Titanite slab and you've already used it on your lightning weapon. So that's why I'm not using this slab here. So you will have a +14 longbow.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of
And what I'm going to do here while I'm here, I'm going to get rid of my duplicates of the Black Knights. So I'm going to drop my duplicate Black Knight swords, because I only need one. Black Knight greatswords, so I only have one. Gargoyle tail axe, I only need one. Black Knight great axe. It's just gonna make it a lot easier to find things. Black Knight halberd, obviously we keep the +5 one. I mean, I don't need any skull lanterns, but I like to keep one of anything that I have picked up just in case. I don't know what just in case what, but... And there we go, that's much nicer. Right. Now we've done that, we're going to walk to Firelink. And we are nearly there. Reinforce with the Firekeeper soul that we acquired from Quelana. And we're going to pop down this lift again. Don't worry, we're not going to the ghosts again. We've got one more blacksmith, but he is the magic blacksmith, so he doesn't look like a blacksmith and doesn't make blacksmith noises. So over here and down these steps. Here we go. Talk to him. Talk to him again.
It's safe, although how I'll show you.
Back out. Talk to him again, and he will spot your ember for him.
Hey, that's a sorcerer. Yes. What do you say? This is no man.
Say yes.
Yes, as you should.
Large magic ember. Now, we want to upgrade, so we want to reinforce. And we got an enchanted falchion in the Duke's archives. We are going to use our blue chunks to get that to max, which will be 5. 4 with chunks, and one last one to +5 with the slab. Same as the red and white, we're going to get the blue slab. Annoyingly, because that's the hidden path in the crystal caves, we're going to do that again in the next run. So, there we go. That is trophy number 25, Enchanted Weapon. You're then going to modify and find it again to convert it into a magic falchion. Then press left and make it a magic falchion +6 using blue chunk. And then find your magic falchion and get it to +9. Ready for the next run when we get our next blue slab. Then lastly, we're going to go to our crystal halberd and get that to +4. And same as previous mentioned, I have an extra slab as a crystal lizard drop, which never happens, but did on this. Do not worry if you don't have a slab and you don't have this ability. I'm not going to use this slab. I'm only going to use the slabs from the stray demon, because those are the guaranteed ones. And that's part of why we're going to fight him 3 times. In total, we did 1 already to get the lightning weapon up to +5, 2 more times to get our crystal halberd, and our longbow to +15. Crystal halberd to +5, longbow to +15, and that will do the last reinforcements. There we go, crystal halberd. Now,
Goodbye then. Keep your head. You really.
lovely. Now let's get our boss fighting set up. Black Knight halberd. We're actually going to put our canvas talisman on our weapon hand, and target shield on our shield hand. Double check we can still roll. Yep. And we're going to homeward. We are going to equip the Hornet's Ring, because we are going to be parrying all the way through from here. Make sure we're repaired. Warp to Firelink. Right. One more time. There's good old Frampty. You sorry fool, you could not be the chosen one. Which is really ironic, because we're actually going to do what Frampt wants us to do, which is to link the fire and preserve the Age of Fire, which is Gwyn's wishes. Because what that essentially does is that kind of resets everything, really. And prevents the Age of Dark for a little bit longer. So we don't know how many chosen undead there have been that have made it to Gwyn and, quotes, defeated Gwyn and linked the fire, only for it all to happen again. So yeah, this is all part of Gwyn's design and popular lore. Believe. So we don't actually need to pick up these items anymore. We've used all the chunks we need. We're onto slabs only at this stage, so don't worry about the items, we can just kill these. But yeah, the whole prophecy of the chosen undead that will succeed Gwyn and relink the fire, all baloney. All you're doing is you're sacrificing yourself, because along your journey, because you have defeated great lords and everything else, your soul has become immensely strong. And by linking the fire with a strong soul, sacrifice of a lot of strong soul, that will keep the fire running for another however long it does. So yeah, so that's what Gwyn's design is, and that's what linking the fire does, as opposed to our second ending on New Game Plus on the next run, where we're going to turn our back on that and usher in the Age of Dark and enhance the Dark Soul, the Pygmies Dark Souls. Oh, we weren't within parry range for that. Oh. Bonk. Oh, I didn't put heal on. Oh well. If I'm able to use 19, then I have no idea what scenario I can still be alive and having used 19. Right, so let's make this boss as easy as possible, and let's tank ourselves up, equip our target shield, and yeah, Gwyn, the parry boss. Let's see if we can get this first time. Just don't panic is the key thing. He's going to jump, and we missed the first parry. Great start. Well done. Oh, there's the grab. Can't parry the grab. If you see his hand go back, don't try to parry. Fat roll. Let's have a drink. Okay, we're back. So that was the combo where I said if you miss the first one, all you have to do is spam parry, and you'll hit the second. And from here on, it's nice and easy. You are very familiar with these attack animations. The Hornet Ring, we're doing so much damage, as you can see. Just be mindful, if he is attacking you with his hand, not his sword, then it's going to be the grab. But as you can see there, even by missing 2 parry opportunities, full havels, we don't, well, I did roll 1 just so I could get a heal in, but you don't even need that, just do a parry and heal instead of attacking him. And there we go, nice and easy. Right, we are going to reset our equipment ready, because as soon as you finish, you're going to be starting right back at the beginning again. Such is the nature of Dark Souls. Okay, might as well top up our health. And all we're going to do for our first ending trophy, we're going to come to the bonfire and link the fire. And there you go, 26th trophy to link the fire. Congratulations, you have just completed Dark Souls, beginning to end. That is such an achievement, to be honest. It doesn't matter if you follow a guide or not. The fact that you have completed Dark Souls, you are now one of an elite few. And if you stick with me, you're going to be part of an even eliter few, because you are going to platinum Dark Souls. So as you can see, straight after the credits, we have been unhollowed, despite the fact that we didn't die, but thematically we did because we linked the fire. And we're now in New Game Plus. All enemies do more damage and have more health. On the trade up, they do give you more souls now, so that is the only saving grace. All this looking very familiar, as you can see. Any bonfires you've lit are already lit. Anything that you've kindled is already kindled, so that's why we can rest at this bonfire. No need to do that, of course. And what we're going to do is here is we're going to come in, and we are going to, previously we left the room, but now we have a proper weapon. We are going to make quick ease out of the Asylum Demon, and because you defeat him without going up top, he's going to drop the Demon's Great Hammer item. That being his big weapon. Havachi, and donk. 4 hits. Bonk, bonk, bonk. So he'll drop the Demon's Great Hammer. He will not drop the big Pilgrim's Key. So if you're like, hang on a minute, I can't open this door. Sadly, you still have to come through here and do the bits and talk to the knight and all that jazz. So that still exists. So we're just going to quickly do that. Don't worry about picking up this, because you've already got an east-west shield at this point at +7. You already have a mace, again, at +7 at this point. So no need to pick up those. You know, we're not going to pick up anything unnecessary. The only thing that we'll pick up are soul packets along the way, because why not? So it's a new game, so the boulder's back. And this time he's going to give us the key, because we've fought the demon already. Go on. He's going to put himself out of his misery. No reason for us to go back up to that top bit, because we've already defeated the demon. We just need to get to this door. Don't worry about the floor. That only happens when you transport back. That's the only time that will appear. Well, you'll fall through it. You'll never fall through it on your first visit. That's a bit harsh. Not going to bother with the small soul packet there, because it's only 200 souls. That's pocket change, and it's slightly out of the way, so we're not going to go for it. And there we go. Back to Lordran as a champion, and none of them know. As far as they're concerned, this is the first time we have ever met. Which is a bit sad, to be honest, but it's sadly one of those things. So, rest of the bonfire, that will get you 20 Estus back. And with all these souls, we're going to level up our endurance twice to 24. And how are we doing? Okay, yeah, we might as well get the tourist demon out of the way. So, grab humanity. It's 3 humanity, why would not? Oh, didn't want to kick. We wanted to do that. Love the range on the halberd. Just, oh. Havachi. Havachi. Oh, apparently not. Oh, behave, guys. Come on. Don't need to fight the one at the bottom. Always come and kill the rats, because could drop a humanity. Might as well pick up this because we're right here. And we're not going to go out of our way in any way, shape or form. We're purely just making our way to the tourist demon. We're just doing it in a fast but safe way. You could just ignore these enemies. You know, and just run past, but it's still that little bit safer. Dragon's back. It felt like so long ago that we were here, but realistically it's not actually that long. Rest here. We have lost our ability to warp, is worth noting. So you'll notice that all the extra stuff that we've got here has gone, sadly. Again, as far as the game's concerned, this is a... well, you know it is you playing the same character because you have all your levels and things, but as far as the mechanics and story goes, this is a different chosen undead than the one that reset the fire, because how could it be the same one? Because that one died resetting the fire. I'm going to go with that makes some sense to somebody. Nope. Stop being rude. That's very rude. Okay. Come in here. Bop. Don't want you to creep up and attack from behind. Might as well pick up black fire bombs, because black fire bombs. We don't need to fight the Capra Demon again. There's a few areas that we're just not going to go to at all, because the gift of we've done it. Yeah, we have to do Blighttown again because we have to ring the bell. In one. Spear guy is so slow. In one. And for you, you get a kick and a bop. Flaming barrel. Womp. And then hollow soldier. Womp. As you can see, not bothering with the Black Knight because we don't need to. There's no reason to kill it. We don't need the souls, it's not offering that many. We don't need the drop. We are going to kill crystal lizards that fall in our path. We will use Twinkling Titanite to upgrade some of our armor, like the helmet we're using. Not all armor is upgradable, so there is going to be some armor that you can't upgrade. And as you can see, we're already about to fight the Taurus Demon. We didn't have to do the run for the Firekeeper's soul. We've not bothered with pine resin because we've got a much stronger weapon. All in all, much easier. We are still going to lure it back and do the drop, so two-hand. And that's purely because, although there are some that would say it's easier if you run at him and attack him that way, by doing this, he can't knock us off the edge. Whereas as you can see, the rest of the bridge has these gaps, so he can. So I'm just giving you a slightly safer option. And as you can see, oh, we do so much damage. There you go. One plunge, and then just mash the attack button. And there you go. Nice and easy. Up to you if you want to get the soul item that's up there. Not really worth it. We are going to talk to Solaire, because sunlight medals, we don't have 10. So Solaire, slightly different, one of the few NPCs that's slightly different. Because we already have the guidance soapstone, that's why there is a slight difference there. Right. Dragon. And yeah, he's going to hit us, but that's fine. Donk donk. Carefully make sure we kick the ladder. Rest the bonfire. Back up the ladder. And we don't actually have to attack the dragon because we've got the Drake sword from cutting its tail off already. So in this case, we just need to get past it. So, let it kill everyone. Just run into this wall until the dragon wants to know what we're doing and gets intrigued. And as soon as it moves, just sprint past it and rest at the bonfire. The bonfire's already lit. There we go. Goodbye, dragon. Open. Here, pull the lever, crunk. And same route. We do again. Don't need to beat the Black Knight. Already done that. We're not going to try and sprint our way through because that can go wrong. Seriously, my guy. There we go. Bump. And we come up here. Shield guy, just be mindful, wait 2 attacks and then go. Take your lock on off for these so that you don't end up falling off the bridge. Grab some alluring skull. Yep, he's coming. Come in, come in, come in, come in, come in. There we go. Yunk. Optional. Equip your alluring skulls. You now actually have the bow to make this even more accurate. And you're aiming roughly around here. Oh, no, wrong button. Possibly. No, there we go. Yep. So you want it to do its run. Maybe a little bit higher. It might have sprinted for a little bit longer. But as you can see, the difference, whereas that was over half its health on our first playthrough, the difference of being in New Game Plus and it having more health is very notable there. So you want to hit the wall just behind the fire. That tends to keep it in the fire for a little bit longer. Again, optional, because we could just drop straight into the steps. And I might just show you that path anyway. Down, and here we go. Boar can't follow us into narrow space. Remember, this is a trap. And we get phone calls. Apologies. We're getting overconfident. I remember in our first video where I said don't do that, don't let these enemies gang up on you, and as they can do a fair amount of damage. The reason we took this route is so that we can get the mystery key, because that's going to help us get a sunlight medal. Traverse the fog. Again, don't worry with the right, we did it on the first, so we're definitely not going to do it on the second. Spear, bonk, donk. Out here, left for the boulder, and then behind for the spear. Dispatch however you please, you do not need to do the parry, but if he gives you an attack that's just easy to parry, then why wouldn't you? We don't have to go down the... do I need the key? Oh, I've lost my tracking port. Let me double check. Pick up, do that. Rest, no. Come to the corner. Dispatch some more hollows. over back to Andre. We're going to rest at the bonfire on the way. Level up our endurance to 25. Say hello to Andre.
Well, why not if
Repair. Purchase, and we're going to purchase both the smith boxes and the repair box. Lovely. So now we can reinforce our armour at bonfires as well. Don't need you on our hotbar. How are we doing on time? Okay, we'll leave it there. We'll do Gargoyles and Blighttown in the next video. And then the following one after that will be getting Sen's Fortress and Anorlondo done. So yeah, things will move along quite nicely. So yeah, there you go. Congratulations again on your first completed run of Dark Souls. Congrats on getting your first 26 trophies as well at this point. 35 of your rare items, 16 of your miracles, all of the sorceries, and 8 of your pyromancies. So we are well on our way to our platinums. We are over 2/3 of the way into the journey, so congrats. I hope you're finding this useful and enjoyable. Please like and subscribe if so. And yeah, looking forward to the rest of the journey and seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.